Hello, my lovelies. Here we are once again for a Tarot and Oracle card reading for November 2022. So choose your number for your row, and then I'm going to pull them out one by one. Ready? Let's go. Right, hello, row one. I hope you can see that clearly. Hope the lighting's okay there. Let me just check. That doesn't really add anything, does it? So we're starting off with the Two of Pentacles there. Twos are about decisions and choices. It kind of represents duality on the material front. Because it's Pentacles, it's about the physical, the material world, the practical world there. So it's really talking about financial balance, I would say there, or sort of fluctuating finances there. But I'm very encouraged with the two major arcana cards that follow it. So there's big energy around your finances, I would say, in November there, because we've got the overall cards over here. So we've got cards for November, and then we have the overall cards for November. So it's like going into more detail there. And then I've got an overall roomy card I want to pull out. So for me, this is very much about sort of balancing your finances in particular in November. So it's much more of a financial card for me. So that if you've been waiting for money to come in, I feel it's coming in soon. I feel that obstacles are going to be removed. There's progression here with the Chariot. So there's advancement. You're making headway there. There's diligence and willpower and steadfast sort of moving forward with that. So maybe your income has been a bit uncertain recently, but I feel that it's I feel that it's moving in the right direction. It's like you're about to be rewarded. It's going in the right direction there because of all the hard work that you've put in. Shouldn't really say you don't have to put in hard work. It's much more about getting your vibrations right so that you're aligned with that financial reward rather than hard work. That's the old style of thinking. Stop that, Caroline. So maybe it's been because of your self-discipline, but certainly we have progression coming in, certainly on the financial level soon for you. So it really feels like you've with the Emperor there as well. You've really sort of been focused and taken control and been steadfast and been diligent with your routines. And it's very much about structure, the Emperor. It's about authority, it's about leadership. And maybe you're waiting for money from some authority somewhere. There may be that as well. But it's very powerful energy around your finances in November. Very much about building, again, this is the Emperor, building your empire there. So moving things forward, really encouraging, really strong energy for you. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. And nines are about progression again, about milestones. Everything in my garden is rosy here with the Nine of Pentacles. When we have the Nine of Pentacles, we really are talking about financial stability there as well. This is what I mean about everything in my garden is rosy. So whatever you've been working at around here, it's been achieved in November. So I feel that you'll finish November in a very, very encouraging way in terms of your finances. I don't feel there's going to be any financial restrictions in particular coming up. For me, that's a very positive, very encouraging landscape there. I'm encouraged by that. And then it's interesting when we look at the Lenormand, this is the Lenormand Gilded Reverie pack, we've got our true north there on card 42. So it's like I am going in the right direction. I'm following my true path. Things are sort of heading in the right direction for me. I'm just having a look at that compass there. So, again, it's talking about choices. So it's as if there's a choice here that needs to be made, which is about you moving through your financial restrictions or financial areas, but it will come out well. And here is also saying, the compass is also saying the same thing: make a choice which direction you're going into. So again, for the universe, have that clarity, and then you will get what you're waiting for, which is the gift, number 9. It is the gift, the bunch of flowers. So as long as you're, focused and clear what you want, we've got this focus and diligence up here, this choice being made, this structure being put in place. I'm getting that financial stability. We're being asked for that direction, that choice here again, that clarity, and there's the gift that's coming in again. So it's a very, very positive card, the 9 here, the flowers there. So in the tulip in the Victorian era was highly desirable, so it's a very positive thing. And then we have this, for me, there's a formal document coming in. Again, it's to do with finances. Maybe it's a job for you. Maybe you're looking for a new job and you get the offer that you're waiting for here. It's all about timing. As we come to card 37, we're looking at timing here, wait and see. So it is about metering out time. The clock is ticking. Everything is transitory in nature, savouring each moment and living to the fullest there. So everything is moving forward, like the hands in the clock moves forward. This is what it's talking about. Things are moving forward here. So again, it's also asking you to, why don't you sit and do a visualization for the law of attraction of what you want to happen, and bring in the feelings, bring in the modalities, and remember, get in that creative aspect for yourself. And if you can do this for at least 3 minutes every day, you're going to manifest what you're trying to manifest, what you want to manifest. You've got to bring in the feelings. Those are essential with it. So, and then what you're doing is invoking the law of attraction by it, and you're bringing it in. So it's talking about going forward in time to manifest what you want over here as well. So again, we've always got to act as if we already have it to bring it in, and that card is always also saying that too. So if you've chosen row 1, wonderful. Let's have a look and see what the Rumi card is. Dance of the Divine Feminine. Let me just get the book out for that one. Dance of the Divine Feminine. Love that. Loving the Divine Feminine. I'm just flicking through the book. Supermarket music. And I'll just go straight to what the oracle represents rather than the whole thing. And this is, again, the Rumi oracle from Alana Fairchild. Brilliant, brilliant. I love her cards. They're just amazing. This oracle comes to you with guidance. Your life may feel as though it is being tipped upside down. Perhaps you feel as though the great beloved in a feisty mood has grabbed your ankles, is holding you upside down and shaking you wildly until your skirt is over your head, or the pockets of your pants become freed of their contents, keys and wallet, dropping to the floor disarray. Your hair is messy, your bottom is in the air, and your sense of orientation is nowhere to be found. Well, look at that orientation here. Blood is rushing to your head, and goodness knows you just want to be put down to have a moment to come to your senses. So the beloved will give you the gift. There's that gift. But don't imagine it will last for too long. So the great beloved esteems you capable of so much more than being sure-footed and sensible. You are capable of more whirling and stumbling whilst inspired by the music of the spheres. So there's something you're holding on to, it says, a place, a person, a thing, a belief, a vision, and you need to let go of it. You need to let go of it, whatever it is, because it wants to grow, and it's going to grow and change. So this is where the choice is coming in. So there's something you're holding on to that's not working for you. Someone or something or some situation is no longer working for you. When you get that clarity, and it is on the material front, when you get that clarity, let go, and everything begins to fall into place. That's a nice one, isn't it? There you go, row 1. Let's go on to row 2. Right, row 2. Gosh, that's an interesting spread for you in this lovely Scorpio season. So the 5 of Cups is always about matters of the heart, emotion, romance and intuition, that side of things. And we're looking at 3 cups that are overturned and 2 that are standing. So our focus needs to shift, because this is about loss, disappointment, maybe some emotional confusion going on here, maybe a change in priorities there. There needs to be some kind of acceptance there, because we're focused too much on what isn't there rather than what is there. So our focus needs to shift there. And I don't know what's been going on with you there, but as you can see from card 22, there's a choice of two doors there. So we're in this place where I think we need to make a decision here. And we're still focusing on what we've lost or the downside of something. We may need to change our priorities somehow and shift that focus, because we may feel sad or we may still be grieving at the moment, but we're focusing on too much of loss. Grief is always separation, and there is no separation in reality. So it may be that you're still adjusting to a situation here, and this card 22 is very much about making a choice there again of any choice you make is not going to be a bad choice. There's no right or wrong here, but we're looking at a shift in perspective or a different decision about something. We need to shift something here, because we've got this card of the Eight of Swords here, and the Eight of Swords for me is an obstacle barrier. We're feeling powerless, and yet she's standing there covered in ropes, but she's surrounded by swords. She could cut herself free at any moment. And this is the thing about the Eight of Swords. It's a very powerless, helpless sword. So we're in this kind of victim state. Our perspective is all wrong here. We need to be shifting that. And the card below, the 44, here in the Norman pack, is asking you to look more closely at something, because at the moment you're feeling possibly stuck in a situation here with the Eight of Swords, and I feel like I want to be looking more closely into something to get more clarity about something, and maybe even the tiniest thing is going to bring that that shift, and maybe you need to uncover some information about a situation here that's making you feel stuck. I mean, swords are never pleasant to bring up, because we have this element of self-sabotage going on, and maybe you're feeling a bit isolated and trapped somewhere here, but it just needs a shift. It needs a shift. You need to be looking at something that's going to bring about that shift. It's almost as if you're waiting. It's interesting because we've got this card number 29, this vehicle, gosh, that's bad, isn't it? Vehicle, this lady, oh my God, this lady here, and it's like she's waiting for something. She's looking out the window, she's waiting for more information, but it's very much about Venus here. It's about the divine feminine, this card here, and about being in the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is about receiving. It's about receiving, and it may be that you're waiting for information or waiting to receive there, but you have to look at the qualities of the divine feminine. It's about nurturing, it's about receiving, it's about she's letting that light come in from the window. So, and again, very much with the Page of Cups, it's a very intuitive card. And pages are about new pathways and new directions and matters of the heart here, in terms of the cups and matters of emotion. So it's almost as if you need to let some light in. Stop focusing on this feeling trapped, feeling stuck, whatever, and shift that perspective with some, make a decision, shift that perspective to allow that light in and that intuition to come in here. And I think when you do, it's going to bring quite a change there. So so it's about letting more light in. These cards are very dark over here. We want more light to come in. So that Page of Cups, it's a sensitive card. It's a very Piscean card, really, but we're in Scorpio season, so it is about romantic feelings, and it is about sensitivity. It is about intimacy, and this is a very intimate card here as well. But it is very much about you. I think it is about trusting your intuition about something here, about letting more light in, trusting your intuition. This is the benefit of having the second row cards, because you can pull it all together here. And then I think you may start November in this way, but I think as you go through November, I think you're going to be getting more information and trusting your intuition more. You see the outcome card, the overall card for November, is this fresh start on the material front here with the ace. So we've got new ideas coming in on the material front, new ideas, new concepts. There's a shift. There's a shift going on with the Ace of Pentacles. And here, with card 23, you can see the mice are gnawing away. So you're almost breaking through something here. This card can often mean loss, and theft and destruction. But actually what we're looking for is a destruction of the old way of being, the old way of thinking, the old behaviors here. So I think it's as if you're about to break through, but you're not quite there, but you're about to break through, almost here. And this is what this card is really saying. There is a fresh start. There's new ideas coming in which will help you, but you have to let more light in rather than dwelling over here. They are nibbling away, they're almost there. So it is a sort of whittling away of something there, something gnawing at you, something, there's a whittling away. So it's as if you need to just look at something in more detail or from another perspective, I think, to get to where you need to get to or want to get to. Here, row 2. Let's have a look at the Rumi card. It says the right choice. Great cards these are, aren't they? Right, where's the book? My Rumi book. So the Rumi book, this is Alana Fairchild's Rumi. I love these cards so much. So this oracle comes with a message for you. In your heart, you know what holds meaning for you. You may or may not have a grand vision to go along with that meaning as yet, but deep within you know what is without value and what holds value for you. You were born with those values intact in your heart, and whatever confusion has arisen for you along the way is just where the values of others have transfused into your own blood. It is time for a transfusion of holy light into that blood. I love it how it all comes together. To be cleansed and purified, restored to its integrity and filled with passion for what is rightfully yours, your unique passion and purpose. So if you've been concerned about your path and what steps to take next, this oracle comes as an omen of good things headed your way. Clarity, reassurance, truth, revelation. Do you see what I mean? It is about getting that clarity. It's all coming together. Getting that clarity. Go and trust your intuition. Let that light in. You will get that clarity. Don't hold on to a belief system or vision if it appears to be tossed on its head. Let things go the way they will, and good fortune will prevail for you. So there you go. That's your message for November 2022, row 2. Fantastic. Let's go on to row 3. Right, row 3, this is an interesting spread. So the top looks incredibly positive and this line doesn't look so much, but it can be. So it's very interesting. So let's start with the tarot here. We have the 10 of Cups, which is very much about happiness. For me, it's the wish card. I don't regard the 9 of Cups as the wish card. I regard this one, the 10 of Cups, as the wish card. So it's joy, it's peace, it's harmony. We have the completion of a cycle. There's joy in this card, and it feels like there's a rainbow and all the cups are there. It's just such a beautiful card. So if you've picked row 3, well done. Bit different from row 2. They're all so different actually this month. And then we've got the star. It's following the star, which is all about long-term goals, long-term plans, and maybe even a career move there, or long-term relationship, long-term marriage. It's very much about long-term more than anything else. It's a beautiful card. So it is about a realization of a dream normally when you get the star, and it's known as the Star of Hope as well. So to have these two together, it's just so beautiful. There's a danger of idealization, I think, here. So we'll come to this line in a moment. But so far, it looks incredible. So it may even be that you have a new relationship starting, or whether it's a work relationship or a love relationship there, but it bodes really, really well. for moving forward. So it is very much about giving yourself in love. So maybe there's a revelation that's about to come to you as well, which is going to benefit you, to bring in some opportunities as well, because we have the stalk in the background as like the birthing of new opportunities and new ideas coming in. So it's basically saying when you've got stars are about navigation. So it is very much about, you can, and they're bright, so it's easy to navigate wherever you're going. It's easy to navigate where you want to go. So it's an inspirational card there. So you might get sudden ideas and things coming into you out of nowhere. And yeah, that's wonderful here. If I just pull out these two cards with it, because the Mountain is not an easy card normally in the Lenormand pack. The Mountain can talk about struggle quite often, unless there's a pathway, unless it comes with a bridge. Normally if the bridge follows it, you've got a pathway up the mountain. But I love this stag here right at the bottom of this. It's as if, the thing is, what's coming into me is that the stag would climb the mountain, but it wouldn't go straight up like the north face of the Eiger there. It would take its time, going up to get where it wants to go, level by level. Yeah, so although it can bring challenges and obstacles, there's nothing that can't be overcome. There's nothing that can't be surmounted. And when it's paired with this 10, it's like if there has been a challenge around you recently, particularly in the love stakes, it feels like the challenge has been overcome there. Yeah, that's what it feels like, because we've got the star there, we've got the navigation. It's as if, although there's been some obstacles recently, and there may be one or two obstacles that come up, we have all the tools we need to get past the obstacles in November. So luck is very much on our side, it feels like. Although I haven't got the clover coming out with these, it does feel like because of these, we've got a clear way, we've got a clear sky with stars that we can navigate around it. So this can mean, usually it's with other things, it usually can mean there's clearer navigation. And in fact, because it's paired with the letter could also potentially be instructions then of how to overcome to get where you need to get. This card as well, the cross. This is normally a formal document here, the letter. The cross, often it's the cross we bear and everything else, but it can also be redemption. And I feel in this case, redemption. I feel that whatever situation we've had, the way ahead is now clearer. There's a completion, and there's a completion to your satisfaction. There's a clear way ahead to navigate, and there's a sense of redemption, and it's through the support of others. I feel there through creative endeavors, on the material front, a sense of discovery. This is also about discovery and self-discovery and using your imagination, being very, very creative, and with the support of others, we're able to get where we want to get in November. So I have a feeling it has been a bit, not so much of a big struggle, but there's been some challenges of late, and it feels like the way ahead is getting much clearer for you now. And in a way, with the overall cards, this is very much what they're saying, because we've got both the Queen of Cups and we've got this beautiful Lady card which represents Venus. So it's all about the divine feminine, all about the heart, all about receiving and nurturing and giving in the most loving, gentle way. I just love the Queen of Cups. And Queens are about patience, they're about understanding. And I think I feel that your patience will be rewarded. You've learnt through this whole process, whatever's been going on, you've learnt through it. But the way ahead is clearer, and I just feel there'll be a softness around you. There's been a lesson in all of this, but it's a good lesson, and it's taking you forward in the right direction for your divine feminine aspects. If there's any men watching this as well, that's absolutely fine to have more divine feminine coming in, so it brings that balance, that lovely balance that you have as well, to support your loved ones as well. Let's just see what the Rumi card is for this, and it's Sacred Union. It has a very romantic feel. Row 3. Right, where's my book for Rumi? Let's have a look. Card 19. 19. Right, let's see what it says. The oracle comes to you as a portent, a sign of that which is to come, and also as a confirmation of your spiritual journey thus far. You have been working to integrate masculine and feminine energies within. Isn't that interesting? Perhaps you have not used those words, but you've been attempting to find the balance between living a surrendered life and leading from the heart, and then knowing when to take the initiative to set something in motion, when to put your body, mind and soul into getting your shoulder behind something to push. You've been working hard to surrender attachment to plans and how you think things should go. See, that divine feminine is coming in. This whole process has been about bringing in more of the divine feminine for you. So your confirmation is thus: you are growing, you are evolving, you are making genuine shifts in consciousness that are allowing you to change the way you are in the world, to become freer, more loving, wilder, more divine. The sign coming to you with this oracle is that of great love bestowed by the hand of grace, what this means is there is destiny at play in matters of the heart. There is heart healing and a letting go of past obstructions, suffering, or misunderstandings. You could say in a way that the great cosmic matchmaker has taken up your cause. And if you are already in a relationship, expect that there will be healing of that relationship in whatever way is needed. And you may have a sense of how it is going to play out. And it may result in a deepening of commitment to your lover, but it will certainly result in a deepening of your own commitment to love. Whatever happens, even if you're separating there's a deepening of commitment to your love. And if there are separations going on, trust that process as well, because some things have a shelf life, and these things are decided before we come here. If you're going through a separation, come from the heart as much as you can there. And if you are open, it says, if you are open to attracting a new and significant relationship into your life, then the divine is hearing your call and is answering. So let go of your grip. Do not hold on to a particular person, to a particular fear or fantasy, and just instead open your arms as if expecting your lover to run straight into them. How lovely. So this oracle comes with a particular piece of guidance for you. No matter what has been, what has succeeded and what has appeared to fail, what has been loved and what has been lost, there is only one truth that will prevail in your life without failure, without exception, and that is love. At the end of the day, people, we're only ever in a relationship with the divine, which is ourselves anyway. So there you go. I hope that helps you for November 2022, and my blessings and my love to each and every one of you.